Hello and welcome. Today we're working on the managerial accounting course. We're in financial statement analysis. We're working on the DuPont equation or the DuPont analysis to try to calculate ROE, return on equity. Hey, if you're new, my name is Jeff. I do a lot of financial accounting and managerial accounting. So please join us, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get started. So here's what we have. We have a company, we have some information, and we want to calculate the DuPont equation. So along the way, we can calculate ROA, return on assets, and then we'll calculate, as a result of DuPont, we'll calculate the ROE. So here's our formula here using the DuPont equation. The return on sales, which is the net profit margin, times the total asset turnover, times the equity multiplier, and all that will give us the return on equity. All right, so we have net sales, net income, assets, liabilities, and equity for a company that I'm calling high debt company and another company that is a low debt company. The only difference is in the way that we have liabilities. Everything is the same. Obviously, if you have more liabilities, then your equity is smaller. So this is going to be the difference. We can see the difference in these two if we have a lot of debt versus less debt. So first we need to calculate return on assets and return on equity directly, and then we'll do the DuPont just to check our work. So we take our net income, which is $32,000, divided by our total assets, which is $350,000. So we're going to get, I've already formatted it here for percentages in 2 decimals, so it's 9.14%. For every dollar we have in assets, we've generated about 9 cents in net income. Now for the low debt company, it's going to be the same because it's still $32,000 and still $350,000 of assets. So no difference if we have more debt. Now return on equity is going to be net income divided by equity. So net income of $32,000 divided by the equity, which is $100,000 here. Well, that's going to be 32% return on equity. And for the low debt company, it's only 10.67. So because we have more equity and less debt, then our return on equity is going to be a little bit smaller. Okay, so those are our check figures basically for the DuPont equation. So for DuPont, we need to break it up into return on sales times total asset turnover times equity multiplier. So here, we're going to do return on sales. Return on sales is also called net profit margin. So it's going to be the net income divided by our net sales. So this is how profitable are we for each dollar. I need to make this percent and then 2 decimals, so 7.62. For every dollar in sales, we're making about 7.5 cents net income. So that's our return on sales or net profit margin. And so because we have the same net income, the same net sales, we're going to have the same return on sales. Now, total asset turnover is an efficiency or an activity ratio that says how effectively are we using assets to generate sales. So our assets and our net sales divided by assets is going to give us total asset turnover. So net sales divided by your total assets. So it says, look, and this is, we're going to make it 1.20. It says for every dollar in assets, we're generating $1.20 of net sales. So this is how effectively we're generating our net sales. Now, you see, so far things have been the same. Now, if we have these first two, return on sales and total asset turnover, we can multiply these together and that gives us our ROA, right? So net income divided by sales times sales divided by total assets. So the two sales numbers cancel each other out, and then all we have is net income divided by total assets. So let's multiply it together. Let me show you. So 7.62 times 1.2, and that will give us a percentage number, 9.14. 9.14, remember, our ROA is 9.14. So one way you can look at return on assets is you have to be more profitable return on sales, or you have to be more efficient in using your assets to generate sales, right? So a couple different ways to think about return on assets. But now we do equity multiplier, and we're going to multiply that and will equal return on equity. So total assets divided by total equity. Total assets 350 divided by 100,000 of total equity, and that's going to be in decimal format 3.50. And for the low debt company, it says for every dollar of equity we have $3.50 of assets. This is how we multiply our equity. For every dollar of equity for the low debt company, we only have $1.17 of assets. So if we take return on sales times total asset turnover times equity multiplier, 7.62 times 1.2 times 3.5, that's going to equal our 32%. Let's make it a percentage. 32%, remember that's our return on equity. Here's our numbers. And what is it for the low debt company? The low debt company is going to be 10.67. Now look, we have the same return on sales, the same efficiency in using assets to generate sales, but the difference is we have more debt, and so therefore it makes our return on equity larger. So one of the ways to think about return on equity is not just net income divided by equity, it's looking at the net income divided by sales, the return on sales, the net profit margin. That's one component. Another component is how efficiently we're using assets to generate sales. The other one is your debt or your equity multiplier idea. Hey, I hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.